What does the Mexico news, first off, mean to you as an economist, to the global economy?
Oh, I think it's a real jolt from the blue, Matt. There's no doubt about it. I mean, just on the US-Mexico trade stats alone, about 14% of US imports come from Mexico. And Mexico plays a crucial role in the regional supply chain, especially for auto companies. And remember, there's a lot of global auto companies in that supply chain too. But then if you step back from that, there's this feeling that at the very least it diminishes prospects for a near-term deal with China, for example, because clearly President Trump is in a hawkish dent now when it comes to trade. He sees tariffs as something as a negotiating weapon, and by all accounts, the trade tensions that as recently as April some people thought were dying down have suddenly flared back up again, and there's no sign of any circuit breaker in the near term.
What is the likelihood that U.S. manufacturers are hit very hard here? And I mean, how important is Mexico in terms of the supply chain?
It's pretty crucial, Matt, especially in the auto supply chain. There's no doubt about it. That involves global companies, components that are sourced right around the world, being fed into Mexico. The tariffs, obviously, the initial threat is 5%. If they are enacted, it could go up to 25%. That would be pretty material. And I think the fear among many observers is once tariffs are implemented, they are very hard to take back off. And we're seeing that with the China-US trade negotiations as well. And that's why there's so much concern about the impact this could have on economic activity, on investment and on sentiment if President Trump does go ahead and deliver on these tariff threats.
So speaking of China, how significant is this rare earth news? We first heard about it yesterday. You know, how likely is China to stop rare earth exports, and what kind of supply chain effects would that have?
Well, it's a signal, Matt, that they can retaliate, that they do have some options up their sleeve. They are in something of a pole position in terms of the current supplier of rare earths to the US. I think they supply around 80%. It's obviously a bit of a misnomer. These minerals are available around the world, but the cost of extraction means that China dominates that market at the moment, and they are using everything from all kinds of electrical appliances through to fighter jets. The thing is, China has tried this before. They put a ban on rare earths exports with Japan during a geopolitical spat there back in 2010, and it rebounded in the sense that Japanese companies started to look elsewhere to find alternative sources. So the same could happen with the US. So it's certainly a tool that China has, but whether or not they wield it, we'll have to wait and see if they could make a breakthrough at a G20 talks in Osaka or not.